Hi, welcome to Craft Little Things. Today I'm going to show you how to make another take on one of these lovely little desk calendars. They make great little gifts. These have got pockets in the back to put business cards or your credit card or whatever, important numbers. They fold down, they stand up really well. They've got a little motivational saying and they've got a 2008 calendar, and you just press the clip to release the top one to get to the next one. This one's made in Old Olive. I think this DSP is from one of the Christmas papers. I can't remember which one, sorry. But that's Old Olive that I've used as a cardstock. I will put that, it is on a blog post, I made that ages ago. This one's made from Tranquil Tide, and this is the Eclectic DSP, which is really pretty, like jewels. And then it's Tranquil Tide with the same sentiment, and again that's a bit smaller, that one. And today I'm going to make one, the first time I've made it, so as usual it's a craft along, make up as we go along. I'm going to make a wider one with a couple of extra little bits on it. So what you need, let me just get my scoreboard and then I can tell you measurements and stuff. What you need a few little bits for this one. You need a piece of cardstock. I'm using Sweet Sugar Plum for this one, measuring 11 inches by 8 inches. And I'll tell you all the pieces you need first. Then you need another piece measuring 8 by 3 inches. Then you need your sentiment. I've used stitch shaped ovals. You can use whatever you want as long as it fits in the space. Stamped Sweet Sugar Plum, using the Just Add Text set, which is a fantastic set if you haven't got it. And then I'm going to use a piece of DSP, which is the, do you know, I can't even remember what it's called. I think it's the not Merry Patterns, I think it's Pick a Pattern. Yeah, Pick a Pattern, I think. And that's quite nice, that one with all craft materials and stuff to use for somebody who's got who's putting this in their studio or their craft room or their office. You use the other side if you want, it's nice. Then I've got my little calendar. I print this off, it's a free download from craftedcharmblogspot.co.uk, and she has this free download and it's got really good cutting guide, so you can either cut it like this or you can give yourself a bigger margin at the top, but it's so easy to use. Then you have a library clip to clip that together, and how I attach the library clip to the stand is just pop a dimensional there and 3 glue dots along there. Okay, so I've already done that. And then the other thing I've got for this one is I've made a little notepad. So that's just white paper cut up into 2.5 by 2 1/4 pieces, and then I've just glued it onto a Sweet Sugar Plum backing. Just score at, this is 1/2 inch, just score at 1/2 inch and then add on another 1/8 of an inch and fold, and obviously make the backing so it's 2.5, 3 1/4 really. So you score in here to get your quarter. I wasn't going to explain how to make this, but then what you do is you glue it all in with Tombow and then you can pull it out individual sheets, but that's going to be glued on to the base. And then the other element I'm going to add is a little photo frame. So I've just cut out, using 2 different size stitch shape squares, added an acetate window, and what I've done is I've already glued it, because if you glue around the edge if you make the acetate window slightly smaller and glue around the edge, it stops the glue spreading over to where you want to put your photograph. And I've got a little picture there of my son, and you can make that whatever sort of size you want. So we're going to get cracking. This piece, it'll just stay the same. It's just 7 5/8 by 5 7/8. I don't even know if that's the measurements it was supposed to be, or it's just what I ended up with. Right, so what we're going to do then, this one is going to be double width, so it's going to be 8 inches, whereas these are sort of 4 or 4.5 or 5, whatever they are. This one's going to be 8. So there's no scoring to do on the short side. On the long side though, you want to score just in the middle, so you're going to score at 5.5, and that's it. Okay, and that's just going to fold over like so. And then this is going to stick onto, I got my dimensions wrong there, didn't I, somehow? I thought it looked a bit weird. Why did I do it that size? Do you know, I've probably actually got the wrong piece altogether. Probably the other piece is over there somewhere. I've been doing 3 things at once today. So I'm just going to trim that down then, because that is 5.5. So that wants to be sort of 5.25. I've made it 5 3/4 for some reason. So I'll just do that quickly. So yeah, 5.25. Sorry, I said it was make it up as we go along day again, didn't I? Some people don't like make it up as you go along sessions. Well, it's up to them, isn't it? I like them. So there we go. So that fits on there now. And then this piece is going to be our insert. So you need to be scoring this at 1/2 inch and 2.5 inches and at 1.5 inches. And then as usual, we'll score that, we'll burnish that so it folds like mountain and valleys. So that will go like so. I don't think I had it in the 1/2 inch there. Just make sure you got it in the right. I still don't think it's right. That's it. Sometimes you think you've got things straight and you haven't. So that's that bit for that. And that's all you need in terms of scoring. It is not rocket science. It's a really simple project and it looks great. So now what you want to do is just burnish your score lines. Nice. Tight. Burnish going down. Fold these ones up. This is a lovely little gift. I make a lot of these. People buy for gifts, but I thought I'd show you how to make them. They're a great little craft fair make. Right, now I want to put glue on these 2 flaps here. I'm going to start off putting it on just the one. I'm using, you can use tape if you want. I'm using glue because I want to get a good, nice, strong seal. And I want it to sort of all squelch together. I've done so much crafting this past week or so that I don't know whether I'm coming or going. But it's been great. But my craft room, you just want to line it up with the bottom of your card there so that it's like that. So that when you attach that piece, it's like that. Okay? Yeah, so I don't know if I'm coming or going. And I've got a lot of commissions to work on as well. So I don't know whether to work through those on video. To do some tutorials. So I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Or what? I've just had a commission to design some unusual, some sort of bespoke writing sets, writing paper. So I had to design the paper, and that's been like really good fun. I've loved that. So that'll stand up like that now, and you can push it down to give yourself a nice strong sort of sturdy shape. Now the DSP, that's going to go on with the Tombow. This DSP set, the Pick a Pattern, I think it's Pick a Pattern. Is it Pick? I think it is. I ought to look in my, there's just that many of them. I don't know what they're all called. It's, I've got the catalogue right near me as well. But it's a bit of an acquired taste, or if you've got, you know, definite targeted sort of projects. So like if you've, this obviously is really good for someone who's a crafter. It would be good to use the craft stamp set as well for this one. I might do another one with that on it. Right, so now we're going to sort of be mindful of our midpoint, yeah? And we're going to lay out our elements. So I'm going to line it up with the bottom of the DSP there and pop that on. It would have helped. I didn't think I'd remove the back of the dimensional. So that's that. Then we're going to pop the sentiment on. And it's okay if the sentiment goes over the little handle, that's fine because you're not going to move that anyway. And then our little notepad, I think I'll line that up there. And my photograph, let me just check I've got room for everything. Yeah. Just finding the bit of the photograph where I didn't put any adhesive. And so this picture will come back out again. I'm just going to pop it. I'm going to leave myself just a little bit of space there. And I put that Tombow on ages ago to really let it just set, if you like, so that it wouldn't interfere with the picture, so the picture will slide back out. Got a bit of glue on it, but never mind, that'll wipe up. That's my dog and my son, my favourite people, apart from my daughter. And then the little notepad, I'm just going to drop it down a little bit. Now you can put the notepad on with dimensionals, or you can put it on with Tombow, you can do whatever you want with it. Put it on however you want. I'm just going to stick mine down. This is just a demonstration. For the real thing, I'd probably Velcro it on. And another thing you can do is you can use a cutter to just give you like tear off strips, or you can use the stitch shaped framelits to get tear off strips. So there you have it. Look at that. A little notepad, a little bit of a motivational statement, and a photograph. And then you could even put a little loop down the middle to stick a pencil or a pen in, or